Welcome back, dude and dudettes, to another wild episode of Send It Mate. We're here to talk about all things hunting and outdoors. And today, we've got something that'll keep your gear running smoother than a dingo's getaway.
That's right. Our show is brought to you by High Caliber, the gun and knife oil company that knows how to keep your firearms and blades in tip-top shape.
High Caliber is like the secret sauce for hunters, anglers, and outdoorsy folk everywhere. It's like the magic potion that makes your gun and knives happier than a dog with two tails.
You know, guys, I've been using High Caliber oil for a while now, and let me tell you, it's the duck's nuts. My rifle practically sings a lullaby when I take it out hunting.
And speaking of lullabies, ever tried sneaking up on a deer with a squeaky gun? It's a prime way to end up with no venison in the freezer. You'll be hungrier than a vegan at a bacon festival.
Absolutely. But with High Caliber oil, your gun will be quieter than a ninja in moonlight. You'll be stalking your prey with the grace and stealth of a mountain lion.
High Caliber doesn't just keep things quiet, it also prevents rust and corrosion, so you won't find your gear looking like it spent a season at the bottom of a creek.
That's right, and for you knife enthusiasts out there, High Caliber has got you covered too. Your trusty blade will slice through anything smoother than butter on a hot biscuit.
So, folks, don't let your gear become a rusty, squeaky mess. Head on over to highcaliber.com.au and grab a bottle of their oil today.
And if you use the code SENDITMATE at checkout, you'll get a special discount. I say again, use the code SENDITMATE for all your oil slick, stealthy hunting needs.
Thanks to High Caliber, you'll be sending it in style and silence.
So, gear up, oil up, and send it, mate. High Caliber, the ultimate oil for the ultimate hunter.
See how it goes? Shambles. Absolute shambles of a podcast. It has been a terrible start here at the studio for Send It Mate podcast. And we will tell you why in a
it's barely
sec.
been a start.
There's a prime example. Yo, welcome to Send It Mate podcast. I'm Caleb.
I'm Josh.
And I'm Couchy.
And he's also slow.
It's barely been a start. It's barely been a start. Am I slow, am I?
Oh my God, bro. Like 40 minutes. 40 minutes we've been sitting here fucking around with settings and internet problems and shit. Like, just can you not be in Queensland, mate?
No, you know what? I've worked it out. I'm a genius.
What have you done?
You know, we never had any problems.
When Couchy was here.
when Couchy was here. We never had any problems when we didn't try new things and we just got pissed every night and talked smack. Not that I'm advocating getting drunk.
Oh, come on. There were some drunk podcasts. We had a lot of fun. But, yeah.
I don't think there's actually been a drunk podcast since I've been on.
Probably not.
Yeah.
Not drunk. There's been some like tipsy, but not drunk.
No. I think we're just being responsible adults knowing we have to work the next day, mostly.
No, what we need is to bring back the Galway.
Ooh, bring back the pipe.
Yeah, and because you're all the way up there, Shannon, you've got to buy your own bottle, but you've also got to drink the entire bottle to yourself each podcast. So normally it'd be shared.
If it's half a bottle for you guys.
No.
If it's half a bottle each for you guys, I'm drinking half bottle.
No. This is the
What?
price you pay for being up there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like the price I pay is trying to deal with you two while trying to do this.
Is it though? I mean, to be fair, he's the one who has to operate heavy machinery the next day.
Mate,
Yeah.
he's just sitting in an aircon seat, pulling a few levers. That ain't hard. That ain't hard at all, mate.
Oh, man. Anyway, we'll see how this podcast goes. Apologies for last week, everyone. It was hard work felt by us, and I'm sure it came across in the podcast to a degree, but
I think it was frustrating, like for everyone. So hopefully it wasn't too frustrating for the listeners.
See, we just need a ringer.
A ringer?
Yeah, someone to back us, and we get like a sports-like complex with full-time jobs in the one location.
A ringer.
Yeah.
I don't. Why are you calling it a ringer?
Because it sounded catchy.
Well, we know what a ringer is.
I do, but it sounded catchy. A backer, whatever you want to,
A backer, like a financial backer.
Yeah.
Someone to just fund this thing.
Yeah.
Just deck out a
A
studio.
venture capitalist who wants to invest in Centermate Podcast. Well, if you're out there, invest. You will get.
How do they get a hold of us, Caleb?
We will come to you. We'll do a presentation in line with Boats and Hose of Step Brothers. It'll be very similar. Prestige worldwide.
And it'll probably turn them away from investing. They're interested beforehand.
Look,
After we've crashed their yacht, though.
yes, bring us on your yacht. We will do the presentation, crash your yacht, drink some beers, and go from there.
That'd be pretty cool, actually. I'd love to do that. Not crash a yacht, but have a few beers on a yacht.
Go on a yacht. Have you been on a yacht before?
No, I haven't.
It's pretty
What?
good.
Didn't your dad used to sail yachts?
Yeah, but he left me ashore, mate.
I think
In the car with the
left
window
out.
cracked.
I think this was before Josh was thought of anyway.
Yeah, and this is probably different kind of yachts.
Yeah, I've been on my grandfather's yacht once or twice when I was real young, but not really old enough to remember it. I remember looking for Easter eggs on the deck because we went one Easter. That's about it. And I vaguely remember that, like barely remember it all.
Okay. Easter egg hunting on a yacht.
Yeah, family pastime.
Fair enough. I mean, I've only been on one. That was because a mate of mine used to sell them. So we got to go for a bit of a joyride one day, which was
A yacht,
That's pretty
yes,
wind powered.
no, like a luxury yacht.
Okay,
You're thinking of a sail ship,
sailboat. Yeah.
sailboat.
Yeah, sail ship.
Sorry, a sail ship is very incorrect. That's how nautical I am. A sailing boat, definitely not a ship.
Oh,
cool. A sailing vessel.
A sailing vessel. I'm terribly seasick, so yeah, I don't really go out in the sea very much. But yeah,
what about
How'd you
you,
go with the
Sean?
yacht? No, ask the question. How did you go with the yacht? Being seasick or not?
fine, because it was just like straight line out and back sort of thing. Wasn't sitting. It was the sitting around and bobbing up and down that gets me. So
Have you been on a cruise?
I have actually, and I will never do that again. I've told this story on the podcast.
Okay.
Like I went for
Yeah, I
it was
think I
either
remember that.
7 days or 10 days on a family cruise. Never been on a cruise before. Went with one of the cheaper ones, and they turn off the stabilizers to save fuel. And if you get seasick, you are just crook as a dog. So the quells didn't work. The thing that did work was like this. That my ex-mother-in-law actually had a prescription for something. Anyway, it looked like string cheese. I called it a bum bullet. Now imagine a licorice bullet. That's what I had to shelve the fucking thing. That was the only
Yeah, I think
thing.
I've heard of that.
That's
Yeah.
the only thing that fixed my seasickness.
Yeah.
It was miserable.
And answer your question, Josh,
Kids
was
candy.
no, I have never been on a yacht.
Yeah.
It's not fancy enough.
No.
I'll put some sails up. Or actually, next time we're on the tinny, you can just stand and hold a sheet. And we'll see how it goes.
Here's a question. Can you just angle the bimini? Here's a new word I learned. The bimini. Can you just angle it so it acts as a sail?
You probably could, to be honest, man, but it would probably rip it out of its mounting points. If it was
All right,
too
you
windy.
pick the day. You pick the day where it's the wind, like the wind's all right.
You'd need a gentle fart, yes.
Yeah, especially knowing you attached it.
There's only one way to attach it, mate.
Yeah.
Anyway, we are planning on getting the Soggy Dorito out again soon.
We are. I'm looking forward to it. And I'm actually, this is what I was going to say to you on the phone today.
Oh,
is,
the piece of information you withheld.
yeah, was hopefully it still floats after you've crashed it because I haven't taken it out since.
Bro, there's no holes in your boat.
Settle down, Josh. Fucking hell. He didn't roll the thing.
Do you know that for sure? That
It's just
it
slightly
is
buffed the edge, that's
seaworthy.
Look,
that's fucking the Soggy Dorito has never been seaworthy. It's barely river worthy.
cosmetic damage at best, bro.
We'll find out. If it sinks, I'm going to be like, hey, bruh, new boat. Let's go.
No, see, keep an eye on Josh because he's probably drilled a hole in there. He's got it plugged up for now. And then when he goes out there, he's going to pull the plug just to get a new boat.
Oh, man. Anyway,
Caleb's worried now. Look at his face. He's genuinely worried.
nah, I'm not worried.
The concrete was quite coarse.
I'm not worried. Especially not where we're going in the Coorong, man. It's not exactly deep anyway.
It's going to be the right water for that boat.
I'm down a boat.
That's on you.
Oh, it's not.
I'm happy to bail out and swim ashore. It's not like we're going deep ocean. I'll just feel bad.
You never better walk away.
Like,
the Coorong's not a hole that deep in a lot of parts.
Yeah, pretty much. Like I've been out there a couple of times, and I know we hit sandbars. Like,
Yeah.
we ran into not us. We weren't driving. It wasn't our boat, but I have been out there with someone else before, and they were not paying attention to how deep it was, and we were bottoming out.
Yeah, I remember I went the same person, and we were like, you could feel it just like bouncing on the sandbars as it goes through.
Not ideal.
Well, you can walk across.
No.
Oh, before it flooded, you could walk across the mouth. Like it wasn't deep at all.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it was sort of like knee height.
Yeah, it's not.
And there's like Mulloway through there.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
The state of the Murray, like in South Australia, is diabolical compared to other states. Like I did a trip last week, and I went through, well, the Murray-Darling. Right, I'll put it that way. So I crossed the river multiple times in this trip because I basically did the Victorian border, and like this, the width of the river, the water quality, the whole lot. I was like, what is this? What is this? This is not South Australia. It is just chalk and cheese, what it looks like.
Oh, so it was white. Yeah, because once it hits a Darling hits the Murray, that's what dirties the river.
Yeah, so we got the arse end down here.
Yeah,
And then by the time,
literally.
and it doesn't even run out like to the sea in full force. It's a trickle, basically.
Yeah.
It is quite bad. But it's not going to shatter my dreams of this little trip because we'll be camping from the boat.
It'll be good. Should we get into the planning of that now, or should we talk about what transpired on the weekend, and also Couchy's champing at the bit to talk about what the hell happened tonight?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll get into that. What happened tonight?
Oh, well, it's nothing huge.
Better be good.
But so we taken turns cooking dinner, and it was my turn tonight. I had this plan. I'm like, I'll cook a tuna mornay.
Who's we? Spell it out.
And then Tuna mornay.
Oh, smart ass. Who's we? Paint the scene, like paint the picture for the listeners who don't know what the hell you're doing.
So I'm currently working as a FIFO for Ozcrush. So they do crushing and excavation, earth moving, stuff like that for quarries. So currently we're contracted out to Boral, just sort of digging out overburden and stuff like that. So there's
You've gone from
five
no
of us as
detail
a
to
crew.
too much detail, I feel.
I know. I knew you were going to go there.
Find a balance in between, man.
No, I'm just going to explain it all because fuck you. So there's three of us in this house living here. And we're taking turns to cook dinner. And it was my turn tonight. Is that enough detail for you, Caleb?
No, that's good because I was nearly going
Do you
to
want any
accuse
more?
you of telling a girl story.
A girl story?
Yeah, you know how women tell stories and it's just like all this extra detail. You're
Yeah,
like, I don't need to know any of this. Anyway,
All right. So I
love you,
cooked
ladies.
tuna mornay tonight. Cooked tuna mornay. It went well. Dished it up. We ate it. Tasted good. Got good reviews. And then I walked back to doing the dishes and stuff afterwards. That's kind of why I struggled to make the podcast in time. And then I realised the tuna tin is still there. I hadn't put tuna in it. It was practically just mac and cheese. But
So you
fuck, it
made-
tasted good.
You made Mornay.
I made just pasta with cheese sauce. Like, that's all it was.
How do you forget the tuna?
I don't know. It
Like,
was. I don't
there's
know.
3 ingredients: pasta, cheese, and tuna.
No, we know why I forgot the tuna. It was all my ingredients were on the bench. I had out, but the tuna I left in the cupboard, and that's why I forgot.
Ah. And no one questioned. Like, did you tell people you were getting tuna? They were getting tuna mornay before you
Yeah.
served it up, and no one questioned.
They
the
knew.
fact
They
that
knew it was tuna. No one.
everyone's just like, this is cheesy and delicious.
Like tuna. But yeah, they liked it. And then afterwards, I'm like, fuck, I forgot to put tuna in this. And they're like, I thought it tasted different.
It sounds like my kind of
But, yeah.
seafood dish, actually. Have fish and chips.
So-
Hold the fish.
That was my night.
Yeah, fair enough.
That's very clever.
And now you've got a bonus can of tuna for lunch.
Not. Exactly.
You,
It's a 275 gram.
look, in my
That's a big
eyes,
one.
you're the worst cook under the second worst cook I know. Actually, I don't rate your cooking at all, to be honest, man.
You fucking serious?
Yes.
Jesus.
Like
That's fine.
yeah, no. To be honest, like, all right, if I'm going to be blunt,
Go on. Give me an example.
it's bland and there's no effort into it. Hence the no tuna in tuna morning.
There was effort into it. I was just doing other stuff.
Minimal, very minimal.
I'd be skeptical putting you in charge of porridge. Just serve up some hot milk.
Jesus.
Oh, man.
Fuck you guys. Well, fine. I don't have to cook for you guys ever.
I mean, you really don't. You really do. Let's
No, because Josh thinks it's bland. That's why.
I'm just trying to think about hunting camp. Like, the Couchy doesn't generally cook, does he?
No, but you do some breakfasts, which, I mean, you can't really stuff up a breakfast.
There's people that are definitely keen to cook up, so I'll let that happen.
No one's keen to cook up.
Yeah, everyone
That's why
hates
no
cooking.
one wants to do it. That's why you're having
You
10
love
beers
cooking,
instead
Josh.
of 5 beers around the campfire. No, it's just if I didn't do it, no one would
No
eat.
one would eat. Yeah, it's true.
I'm just not hungry at the time, so I'm like,
Yeah, but it's magical how once the food's cooked, suddenly everyone's hungry.
It's the one thing about a campsite full of blokes. No one really has a passion for cooking. Like there's sometimes when we have some older gentlemen that join us who are passionate about cooking, but when it's just us, like no one wants to jump in and cook.
No.
And then everyone's an expert. Not enough salt. You fucking cook it then.
Oh dear. I get a little bit keen when we're trying something new, or there's a bit of fresh meat that we've shot or something that you're cooking up. Like, that's when I sort of get keen.
I think you just try and sell the fact that you're a good cook.
No, I am a good cook.
Oh, that's why you're keen, because you just try and
I am
try
a
and
good
impress people with your average cooking skills.
cook. You've all had my steaks before, and they're amazing. Best steaks
Mate,
you'll ever eat.
It's hard to fuck up a steak.
No. Gauchos are still the best steaks I've ever eaten. Yours are okay.
They're better than okay.
You've taken a while to perfect.
They are pretty average.
You're just heckling for more free steak.
No, they're just I don't know. They're pretty average steaks. They're a little overcooked, I think.
I'll remember that next time I'm cooking your steak. You'll have it raw.
Yeah, don't fuck it up this time.
Oh, like you have served me a raw steak before because you were very hard and fast on this time thing, and you'd set your timer and you cooked one side, flipped it, go on again. And this thing was as rare as I've had a steak before.
Just
Nah, it's
Cold.
good. It's good when it's rare. So it did take me a while because I still use the time thing, but I also now gauge a little bit better with how thick the cut is. So, sort of if it's like over that inch and a half, or even if it's sort of teetering on that inch and a half, it needs maybe an extra 30 seconds on a side, and then rip it off, let it cool, and then get stuck into it. Like, I got it down pat. Yeah, 100%. Got it down pat.
so you cooking on the weekend then?
I'll cook it. Yeah, I'll cook out while we're fishing.
Let's
Please do.
cook.
Yeah, I'll do it.
More fishing time for us.
Yeah.
Off
No.
the shore.
When it comes to steak, actually, I use the feel method. So the
But your steaks are overcooked. You're then on the next side of the
I
scale.
don't cook your
Wait.
steaks. I don't cook your
How,
steaks.
how are you doing the feel thing?
So
How do you do the feel thing?
the fleshy part just below your thumb,
Yeah.
right there,
Yeah.
you press on that,
Yeah.
and like that should feel like medium rare. So when you press on the steak,
It's
it should feel
kind of
the
how
same.
it's not. It's supposed to be like your little finger, and into that is well done. And then as you go through, that's less and less cooked.
Yeah,
Feel the difference when you do 20 finger through.
yeah,
You
different.
can't use that because,
How
like,
it's up.
if a female's hand would be like raw.
It doesn't work for you. You've got no fucking flesh on your hands.
It's
I've
just
got calluses, so like,
Exactly.
you'd just be like
yeah.
So you can't use that.
overcooked. You
I have
can't
a-
use
I
it.
have a fleshy, meaty bit of thumb underneath
Yeah.
my thumb.
You do. There's some weight that you could lose
tell us
definitely in that hand of yours.
Do you know what? If it means I can cook a steak well, good on me. You just smother yours in salt, pepper, and rosemary
Do you?
Quicker.
and butter, and anything tastes good when you put enough butter on it.
No.
Yeah.
Do you watch for blood, like when you see that blood sort of hit the top, rise,
It's not blood, Josh.
just settle in on the top, like all
That's
that
not blood.
moisture?
It's irrelevant.
See, I've started to use that as well. Actually, when you see that sort of like
The
watery
water
blood
boiling out
sort
of
of
it.
like sitting on top, yeah, flipping it.
When the water boils out of it,
There's definitely some blood in there. So
but mostly water.
That's protein.
yeah, but I also use that as a gauge. I'll cook your steak, when we're away, not next weekend, the weekend after, or whatever it is. I'll cook your steak then.
All right. But
All
yeah,
right.
when you flip it over and then once that residue starts coming through, it's generally a good sign. It's good.
All right, we'll have this out.
Okay.
That's it. We'll have this out.
do it.
I'll do dinner. You've got to do lunch. And you've got to do breakfast other than bacon and eggs.
Other than
No,
Yeah.
you're Josh. You said I'm a shit cook, and I'm willing to give you that. So you're cooking.
All right, Couchy's out. You've got to do lunch.
well, we haven't defined when we're actually going. These are the finer details we haven't actually nutted out yet.
No. Agree.
I'm not
Actually,
I don't know
you've
when
got
we're
to
leaving.
cook fish.
Are we? You will not enjoy that. Are you talking like? So we're going away this weekend. We haven't planned anything. We know where we're going. We've put some vague details in
Well,
there.
kind of.
We've,
Yeah.
we've
It's not
set some
this
rough
weekend.
goalposts.
It's not this weekend.
Bloody oath it is.
No, it's not.
It's this weekend
It's
coming.
this weekend.
Coming.
is.
This weekend.
Yes.
No, it's like the
We
next.
clarified this.
Tonight is
We clarified
Monday.
this last week.
Tonight is Monday
Next
the
week.
16th, and we're going this weekend.
Nah.
Oh, look
Yes.
at this. Look at this.
Yes, you've stuffed up.
What do I think? No, I haven't stuffed up, but
You have royally stuffed up. Couchy will be back from Queensland this weekend.
I thought it was next weekend.
Nope.
That's right.
Well, why are you? Why do you sound so concerned, Josh? What do you got on?
You've stuffed up.
Don't
haven't
say nothing and come up with something on Thursday.
No, we'll talk after. But yeah, we'll still go away. That's fine.
you? I hope it's this weekend because I
What?
can't do any others.
You can't.
Because
for the
if
rest
it's not
of the
this,
year.
no, but if it's not this weekend, Josh, say now, and we'll cancel my flights.
No, we can go this weekend. That's fine.
Can you commit the full time that we should be committing to this task?
When are you back, Shannon?
He's back Thursday night.
Thursday
I'm
night.
back exactly
Okay.
same as every time.
When are you away?
Thursday night through to Monday.
So you're flying back Monday?
Monday.
Yeah, it's fine. We'll,
Yes.
we'll make it happen in that time.
No, what do you got? What time constraints do you have this weekend?
Well, I have to say outside of the podcast.
No, time constraints. You don't have to say what it is.
Okay.
Just give us a time.
Saturday morning.
That's fine. We go Saturday after.
That's what I've just
when?
been saying, but I'm getting
No,
out
you
of it.
haven't. You've got this weird thing going on. Ladies and gentlemen, live, you're listening to Josh Squirm and forget dates. This is what we deal with constantly.
No, well, there's obviously some that I don't want to say
Well, obviously,
on
No,
air.
you just have to say, I have a commitment on Monday, which I forgot about completely. And
Literally what I was doing.
I
No,
somehow fast forwarded a
I
week.
didn't forget about it. It's actually
Did you
just
say
come
Monday
about,
or Saturday?
and I thought it was like our trip was like in a week's time, but that's fine.
You were thought wrong, but what was it, Saturday morning or Monday morning?
Saturday morning.
Saturday.
Morning.
when?
Let's get not bogged down in the
This
minutia.
morning.
Let's concentrate on this after the podcast. But what people want to hear is
10
what the
a.m.?
hell we're doing.
Well, how do we know what we're doing if we don't know when we're leaving?
Man, this is the very good point you made.
We're obviously leaving Saturday afternoon.
I can't commit to lunch
After
then.
lunch.
Sorry. I can buy a Hungry
You
Jacks.
got lunch the next day.
I'll buy a Hungry Jacks on the way. How's
Well, no, I don't want you pulling in anywhere. I don't want you to stop at all.
that? Okay. Sorry.
I see how this trip's going to go.
Wow.
I dead set thought like you were back in a week's time, like not this weekend, next
We
weekend.
had this conversation a week
No.
ago and I got it wrong. I thought he was back last weekend and then he's like, no, it's next weekend. Read the thing. It says the date, the 21st. And sure enough, that is this weekend.
Yeah, that's fine.
Now it's fine.
That's a
It's
Saturday.
always been fine. I've just got to
Saturday?
do something in the morning.
He does. And it's very important.
Is it like 6 hours or is that an hour?
No, it's like 3 hours.
So it's like 6 for Josh.
No, it's like 3. We'll just go from there. That's fine.
It's an afternoon leave. Yeah.
This better be good. We'll find out after the podcast, but it better be good. I'm sure it is. I'm sure he's looking at me with death stare. So he doesn't want me to bag it because whoever he's doing something with is very important in his life.
He has a Brazilian wax getting done.
You two are
he
just
told
as
me about-
important.
Oh, I'm touched.
You are just as important.
Not more important, though.
Important enough for me to take you out on my boat that you've crashed.
It's character, all
I
right?
haven't crashed it.
Not yet.
It's character, mate. It tells a story.
Well, if that's the case, we've got a lot to do because I've got to go to BCF. I've got to go
You've got lots of
because we're chasing Mully. I've got to go get soft plastics, a certain type of soft plastics. We've got to get the boat ready. I need a swag, a single man swag, because we're going to obviously launch from the boat ramp and then camp off the beach.
Right, so let's get into the plan. We're going to the Coorong. We're taking the boat.
Mhm.
We're going to launch the boat. We're going to camp overnight in the Coorong, in the dunes.
From the boat.
Do we explain the Coorong to people that aren't from SA?
Google it. But essentially, there's like a strip of land out just off the coast,
Sand.
and you can have sand. It's a big sandbar, basically
Dunes.
dunes, in fact. And I don't know how long it is. Let's Google that now, Couchy. Keep talking about the Coorong, and I'll Google it now.
The
So
Coorong.
yeah, the Coorong's just where the Murray flows into to the Coorong, pretty much, and then eventually makes its way to the ocean. So there's a big dividing sand dunes that runs, along there and sort of traps all the sort of fresh water and seawater mix.
Yeah, and
And, yeah.
there's some lakes that feed into it. There's a mouth of the Murray that comes out partway down it. It's got a heap of wetlands. There's a lot of local species of birds and blah, 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 blah.
Thank you, Wikipedia.
Pretty much.
Good for fishing.
It's good for fishing. It's good for four driving. It's
Plenty of seals and plenty of stingrays in there too.
it's nice. It's a national treasure. You might have seen it in the movie Storm Boy back in the day. There's a blast from the past. Crikey, some pelican action.
Storm Boy.
Remember Storm Boy? Pretty much everyone our age had to study Storm Boy, I reckon.
Oh yeah, I wasn't questioning it. I was just more surprised it come up in conversation.
Well, I'm looking at
Haven't heard of that.
pictures of the Coorong and pelicans, and straight away that just makes me think of Storm Boy.
Okay.
Anyway, so these are the extent of our plans so far.
No. So
it.
in my head, I've run this plan many, many times, but I just haven't shared it.
For next week.
Lay it out. Lay it out. We're taking people along for the ride.
Well, so we actually spoke a few days prior, but in my mind we were going to launch from High Marsh Island. Instead, we'll launch from another spot and then just beeline for about 8 k's down the river.
The river.
Sorry, the Coorong. And then pretty much we want to fish a certain lock and then we'll just, camp on the dunes on the other side of it pretty much. And then go back and forth if we get bored and want to feed or whatever.
Okay, and the details of this are we're going to load the boat with everything we need to camp overnight, and you've just indicated you don't have a single swag. I'm surprised.
I don't.
I don't have a single swag either.
Should we what's the weather doing? Should we just go sleeping bags, sleeping mats under a hoochie?
So this is where the Elton would go, all right?
Save space
The
and
new
weight.
sleeping,
Oh,
the
you
new
swag.
Elton swag would actually probably go all right for this. Like, yes, it's $700, but it's lightweight and it's easy.
I agree, but I'm just not really in the mood to have to lay down to get shade or not be able to sit up to put shirts on or whatever without any sort of like cover
Oh, yeah.
over the toes.
You still have the tarp there for like a shelter, but just more of a sleeping apparatus. And
So
windbreak.
why wouldn't you just use your tarp and a bedroll underneath it?
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
It's just not as secure.
All right, the weather, Saturday and Sunday, cloudy both days, 16 degrees, 11 overnight, 15 degrees Sunday. So it's not going to be really sunny and 37 kilometre an hour winds.
Are you for real?
It's been,
37 and 32 are the kilometre an hour winds. I don't know what that is in knots.
what are the temps you guys been getting lately?
It's been all over the shop down here, man.
It's been cooler actually this week, man. It's
been
Monday.
like
It's Monday.
30.
Well, it was 30 the other day, and then it just like dropped.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I mean, I can't speak. I was in Victoria last week, but it's at the moment today, 16, 6 overnight. So it's gone back to like just before spring sort of weather. Like it's cool.
Yeah.
Friday's 26. This is the Coorong, by the way. Saturday 16. Wow, our podcast has descended into a fucking weather report. But it's critical. Let's do the shipping forecast next.
Tides? Do the tides.
Tides. What are the tides?
When's high
doing?
tide?
Yeah, wow. We should actually pay attention to these things. Sometimes we don't look at these things until we're actually on a hunting trip or a fishing trip, and then we go, why is this so shit? Well, we could have avoided this if we looked at things closely.
Yeah.
Anyway, has this put you off the idea completely, Josh, with 37 kilometre an hour winds?
That's okay. Just to give you
It's in
a
the
graph, there's Thursday. Like you've got gentle winds, 12 kilometres an hour, and
Yeah.
then you've got Saturday and
high winds.
Sunday.
We are in the Coorong, though. Surely that's different. And
Yeah, I don't.
the
oh,
open
it'll-
ocean.
It'll still be windy, and you won't get as much sort of swell. But
Camp on a fucking sand dune when it's windy as fuck.
Oh, I
Yeah.
can't stand sand dunes when it's windy.
Do we just camp somewhere like near the Coorong with grass?
Do we just embrace the suck and make it work and overcome the adversity so we have a story to tell?
yeah, I kind of digging that.
Okay.
Guess
flying.
this is like my 4 days off.
So
I'm trying to do this and done.
the Alton with sleeping mats is not looking great.
No, it's going to be swag for me.
No.
Something I can bolt down.
That's why the swag would be killer.
So am I the only one who has a single swag?
Yeah.
Wow. Which I do want to upgrade, but there's nothing wrong with it, so I may as well just keep going with it.
Kind of. We could use a double swag.
I
I'm just
really want to.
I'm just going to get in my Elton tarp and just roll up in a tube.
Can we
Just make it a-
dig in and just like
What, you want to dig stage 3 pits or something?
let's do it. Let's dig in, put up walls, really overcome
We need
this.
some CGI.
Some what?
CGI staffing. We can build a lot.
Yeah, we do.
Do
Hey.
a stage 3 fighting pit.
I'm trying to think if it's southerly, we'll have some relief
No,
between.
because it's running along the bars.
Does
We'll have to go in between
southerly mean is blowing to the south?
from the south.
from the south.
Oh,
So so it's going north. So we'll have some relief
yeah,
on the inside
the
of the
Coorong
dunes.
side of the dunes. Yeah,
Yeah, some.
Doesn't
Not-
the Coorong
not
run
much.
north south?
Not where we are.
It runs
It's more
southeast.
like
Okay, yeah.
So we'll get
Yeah,
a
so the
little
side we want to be on, it's all sweet.
yeah, sort of, a little bit. I wouldn't say much.
We have options.
Oh,
And if
dear.
all else fails, bail out, back to the car.
No. What just happened to overcoming adversity?
Do you know what? Like, worst comes to worst and we can't sleep. We just sit around and drink for the night.
Are we allowed to have a fire if we can't sleep, Caleb?
No, Caleb's not getting a fire. It's just you and me that are getting the fire.
Mate, there's no fire in 37
Yeah,
kilometre
Caleb was a
radius.
kid.
Really, Mum. There's no fire. No?
I think our father's embers are going to go.
Oh, dear.
Think of the pelicans, Josh. Think of
The
them.
affected area, Caleb, quite isolated around water.
Think of the natural habitat.
Oh, no.
Might burn some saltbush.
This is going to be...
There's no wood over there, you know.
I'm suddenly was looking forward to this, but now I'm like, we picked the best
It
weekend.
seems like we should go to like the Claybird Range instead. Shoot some clays.
Funny you mention that because I went this weekend and I
Last-
got to try out the Templeton button release.
Oh, yeah? T2000?
Yeah.
How'd you go?
Hot damn.
Oh, don't say that.
Hot damn. For $1,300, man, that's the most fun you can have with your pants on.
Yeah, well,
Caleb, shotguns don't agree with you, so don't even think about it.
No, do it because you're nerdy shotty.
I don't have a shotty. And the only reason I'm not as good as
Actually-
you two is because I don't own one.
It's nothing to do with his
I've seen
T-Rex
you shoot.
arms.
It's just you're not
I
fit.
can practice. Shut up. Shut up.
But dead set. Look,
Uh,
to be honest, man, I actually shot better than what I normally would with an under and over. For some reason, it just shouldered like perfect. The only thing to get used to, because the Templeton's a button on top where your sort of your safety would normally be.
Yep.
And that was the only thing. Follow-up shots. I ended up having to purposely miss the clay because I kept hitting them the first round and I wasn't getting to follow up a shot.
Oh, what a
dead
problem.
set.
What a
Dead
problem to
set.
have.
Yeah, dead set.
Wow.
I mean, I'm like, oh, what's the point in having this stupid button release if I can hit him in one shot? But anyway, so I was
just do what Jacob did, like a single barrel, single shot.
yeah. Well, probably should have, but I deliberately was trying to miss to try and use the button, and I was shooting and then expecting to have that second round, like say from an under and over immediately. So there was a couple of times I went to just pull the trigger again, thinking that I've got a second round, and not realizing in my head, oh, I've got to actually depress this button. But
And then you do that mad flinch where you pull the trigger and nothing happens, but your gun's like,
yeah, and then you're like, really, am I that bad? yeah.
There's nothing worse than with a flinch if it's like it doesn't go off.
Yeah.
It's always so bad.
Yeah. It seems to just be amplified so much more when it doesn't go off. Like when it goes off, I
'Cause
mean,
I think your body freaks out because it expects something to go off.
yeah,
So when it doesn't, it's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think it's just something's wrong.
yeah. But you got to do it.
Good to know. I know someone who just bought one, so good to know.
The same guy.
Nah. Well, obviously I know him as well, but yeah, someone else. Someone else I know just
Because you're interested in it, aren't you?
sort of.
Sort of.
What sort of price range are we looking at for these?
13-inch.
That's pretty good, man.
Not bad.
Yeah.
There's definitely worse out there.
Yeah.
Maybe, they look nice too. There's heaps
They
of
do.
stock options on them.
Yeah.
And a 20-inch and a 26 or 28?
28.
28, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen them.
Have a Google, man. They look schmick.
They even do pretty much a copy of a Brunelli M4. Sort of.
Cheese green.
Don't even.
But not that I would do that. There's probably the same one as our mate bought it. It's probably the one that I would buy.
Oh, they just look nice. So there's a marine synthetic. It's a couple of timbered options, like a marine timber, and it doesn't. It just says wood. It doesn't say what timber it is. Ooh, the tactical flat dark earth. That looks good. The camo one looks poo. Both camo ones look poo. Do you want me to share the screen? Hang on. Now we're getting
I fucking
technical.
know.
Oh, now I got to
No, we can
Google on
chuck
that
it up.
screen, mate. What are you doing to me? Hang on, I'll do it on this screen. Give me 2 seconds. This is
Can
real.
Couchy see our screen?
He can if I do what I'm about to do, Josh.
Oh, right.
Templeton Shotguns, T2000, and then if I go over here and I go share screen with him.
This should be automatic. Podcast.
Shush. There you go. Does this mean people
There we
can
go.
see what I'm looking at too? Can I scroll from? No, I
That
can't.
means
I can't scroll from here.
That means
I'll
we
go back to
can-
the screen.
really?
Anyway, how does that look? Is it scrolling for you?
No, it's not scrolling.
Oh, as if that screen's scrolling. It's the
That's
other
it.
screen.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
Yeah, it's
Scroll.
all right. I'm going back. Calm down. Look at that technology. All right, so I'll start at the top. Marine synthetic
Yeah, Raj.
wood, which I'm not clicking on that because I'm not going into more detail. The black one, all black one looks nice.
Synthetic's nice.
Yeah.
Marine timber.
I think I like the next one, the brass.
Yeah.
The FDE.
tactical.
The FDE looks good.
Yeah.
It's more tactical.
Yeah.
Camo 20.
I just like the color scheme.
Yeah, not bad. They're not bad. Not
Boring,
bad.
boring.
Look, it's
Like they've really got to get better at the descriptors though, because it's just T2000 wood, and there's like that many different woods, and then you actually have to click to go into the product to see what fucking wood it is. And it is what?
first world.
Turkish
problems.
walnut. Sexual.
Would you get wood?
No, I wouldn't get wood.
Yeah.
I would if I bought one. Ba-bum ching.
Yeah, well done, Callum.
Look,
That's not a bad shotty for what, 1300.
well, I was keen to buy the Adler straight pull, but now after using this, I would be like, throw that in the bin and get this.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. I don't.
Twice. the
Adler's
price.
never really sort of done it for me.
Look, they're agricultural as fuck, but
Look,
You kind of want that though.
maybe you don't want that. Maybe you want
But-
to be a little bit more refined.
the fact that it's blowback, so it ejects the round for you.
Love
and-
the playback.
Yeah, so it's a blowback gas system, and then just held open with a sear. Man, you could actually run it probably really, really quick. To be honest, like very
Yeah, it'd be
quick.
good to try.
Mm.
I mean, the other one I was looking at was the Sullen Arms TAC 12, which is the Benelli M4 copy, basically. But they do not give a nice little graph like the other place.
They will put all their budget in the actual firearm, not the website.
Look, it doesn't actually look as nice. I wouldn't say.
No, and I do believe that they've got that lever underneath that trigger guard is the release
Yeah,
instead of a button. It's that.
button would be
lever.
cool.
Okay.
The button's just very on the Templeton. It's just ergonomically well placed because your thumb's pretty much only got to move like an inch.
That's what you
Yeah,
want.
that's the design is to have no movement,
Mm.
pretty much.
I might
I
invest.
do want to see if you can hold the button down and just keep pulling the trigger. I don't think you could be able. Well, would be
Oh,
able
there's
to,
the button there on
Yeah.
the top.
Yeah,
That's kind of cool.
it is.
I want to try one now.
Oh, it was worth it.
Hello, $1,300. Maybe that's cool.
I'll get one if you get one.
Don't be like
We'll
that.
see if we can get a deal going.
2-for-1 deal.
Yeah, cheaper. And then Couchy will get
I
one.
might have to buy one.
We'll get a 3-for.
3-way.
Yeah. See if like someone
Yeah,
will
I'll
do
be
it for $1,000 each.
Get a 3 for deal.
Someone might.
Done. If they give it 1,000, I'll buy one.
If we can get it for 1,000.
Oh, yeah.
What do you mean now?
Nah.
You've still got to buy your CZ Trail, which are in stock and
I
in the
know.
country.
Are they in stock?
Yeah, bloody oath.
That's
Can
like-
you
right, get one?
you just go down the road to Cleavers for me, mate?
It's about 3 hours of me.
Oh,
It's,
stuff you then.
it's 3 hours closer than what we are.
I'm wondering whether I just buy it and then
No,
add all the
like-
shit myself, or I just
Closer.
buy something already kitted out. Like Cleavers do one already tricked out with stuff, but I don't know if I want everything they've done with it. Like
Get them to
got,
send it, man.
they've got an angled foregrip on it. They've put a light on it. They've put a red dot on it. So I'm like, well, it's cool they packaged it all up, but it's like 3,100 something bucks.
What sites on it?
I don't know. This is another thing I could Google right now.
Because
Back on the screen.
to be honest, you get rid of the light. What are you going to use that for?
Yeah,
you're not,
bugger that.
You're not going to go do room entries with a bolt gun. And if you are,
But you could chuck that light on your 22 for like a bunny buster.
you could. And that's the other thing. You just sell what you don't want on it. Having said that,
True.
there's better foregrips out there. Not foregrips and pistol grips and things like that than what's probably on it.
All right. Well, live, this is what's on it. So the CZ 600 Trail Super Package, 10-shot magazine. This is all. And then I got
It'd
it
be
there.
great if I could see it.
Oh, God, do I have to share everything with you? Hang on, I'll share it with you. Share the screen.
It's not just me. This could be a clip, Caleb, and this can go out to the wider audience.
Could be. This is how we do our research on Send It, mate. So, Cleaver's website, CZ 600
Click on the
Trail
image for me,
Super
can you?
Package.
I do like it, eh?
So, there's a picture. I'll zoom in on that first.
Yeah, make it.
Can you see
Thank you.
that? All right.
Yeah, I can see
I'll
it.
click through it. Very good. Now,
Nice. There's 2 images.
what they've added to it is the 10-shot Magpul mag. They've added a Surefire Mini Scout light. It's got an EOTech 512 holographic sight. And then the Magpul AFG front grip. That's the extra stuff they've added.
Look, I'd get a post. I wouldn't get an angle grip, but man, it does look sleek as, and I have seen a few videos now on them.
It looks like a bit of
They
fun.
look all right.
Yeah.
I don't think that angle grip's the way to go.
Nah. You want a post.
I think so. You want it to be able to hold it in your left hand as firmly and steadily as possible while you run that bolt, I reckon.
Agreed. You want some purchase to pull back.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, look, I like it. It'd be worth every penny.
So, yeah, $31.50 for all those extras added on versus go down and
Yeah, what's stock?
just by itself $16.35.
See, that Surefire light's probably like a fair bit of coin, which you could
Yeah, I reckon
could
just
get rid of that.
buy
I
the
think,
stock.
I think they're about $500.
Buy stock standard.
Maybe three. All right, well, this is
And
what you do. You go,
You're not going to put that. You're not going to run that site, that EOT, whatever it is.
no, probably not.
So you're going to run a scope.
I'm just looking what the price is. So that light is $360 on a set on its own.
Yes, get rid of that.
What's the EOTech thing worth?
That'd be expensive, I reckon. 5.
Yeah, I guess you could suss out if you could resell and it'll
500.
actually be below 1,600.
500. Magpul grip. Surely.
$100.
It's $40.
Yeah, we'll see. Look at this live research.
$34.
$40.
You're on the money,
I
Shannon.
support it.
How are we getting up to $31.50 is what I'm wondering at this point.
That's what. Yeah.
Magpul 10-shot mags. How many is those? There was only one. What's that worth?
Oh, it should be the same. That's probably 110.
So if you did get that, Caleb, I'll be taking it down to APRS, getting them to pull that barrel and putting like a 16-incher on or shorter.
Then surely you're running into dramas with the overall length laws.
This is true, but that
Depends on
sounds,
the,
that sounds
length
like
of
a
stock.
you problem.
Honestly, I don't want to mess around with that. I'm happy with the 20-inch barrel, man.
Oh, man. Yeah, because that stock,
Sounds like you want it more than I do.
I kind of do like them.
Shush. We haven't even
Josh wants you to buy one,
Mm.
and then he'll buy one as well for not having you better than.
definitely wouldn't put that. Yeah, I wouldn't. No, I'm not getting the package. I wouldn't put any of that on it now that I look at it a bit closely.
Stock standard.
Other than the 10-shot mag, no. I don't want the light.
But it's not worth paying double the price.
I'd want to like do the research and get all my own stuff that I want to add to it. So I may as well just buy it stock.
Oh, so give yourself 12 months to do the research on everything then.
Calm down.
Then another 12 months to actually make the decision to do it.
Exactly.
I don't
And then
jump-
it's out of stock.
Look, I don't jump into things
The
like
disc-
you two.
You've been thinking on this for 2 years now.
No,
Yeah.
no.
I can actually ask when you ordered it.
It's almost as bad as Josh's caravan.
Nah.
Maybe I'll just buy the bullet and order.
Yeah,
it.
mate.
$1,600. I'll order it. How's that? I'll get it happening.
Yeah,
Done.
order it online.
Do it
Live
now.
order.
No, I'm
Yeah,
not ordering it
live
live.
order.
I'll go through other channels.
Couch, you got to be careful because you've said that you're going to buy a caravan now, so the time's ticking for you.
Well, if we're playing this game, Mr. Friggin' Lotus 79,
79. How?
I'll forgive you because you got a tinny finally, but
What else?
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Multiple rifles.
Mate, I can't control the fact that companies take a while to build things.
I have a feeling it's going beyond that point.
Well, the 79 is we've actually pulled out of the 79, so my biggest
Just get a caravan with nothing to tow it?
no, we'll might look at something else in a little while. Something that's maybe a little less expensive on the fuel.
I can see a camp
Get a Ram.
for a good price.
No, I'm going to need something that's got like a shower and a toilet and, you know.
Creature comforts because you're getting old.
Yeah, look,
As are we all.
I'm fine with that, man.
Yeah.
It's funny you mention that because last night I had the worst night's sleep. And now looking to my right, my neck is killing me. And looking to my right, I can't, it's actually hurting me.
You're not actually using your neck, you're using your entire body. That's when you know you're getting old. You don't turn your
because
neck, you
my
turn your whole
neck
body.
is like just absolutely killing me lately.
It's just a bitch.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Buy new pillows?
You're gonna hate it on the weekend then.
Did I buy new pillows?
No, buy new pillows.
Yeah,
buy
I
new
need
pillows.
to.
Buy
Yeah.
actual pillows.
Yeah.
Do you know what's done it to you? It's all those years on the whip mat, mate.
Yeah. He's probably got the whip mat as a pillow.
But in all
Probably.
seriousness, what are we going to sleep on this week? Like the weekend?
I told you I'm taking a single swag.
Okay, I'm bringing
don't
my
have a single swag.
You don't have one, so you're going to buy one this week.
Yeah, I'll just buy a crappy Kings one for like $70.
Oh,
What was that? Did you just queef?
kind of. Kind of. I did, man, because from the man who preaches Darchie and Alton, you've just mentioned
Yeah.
Kings. Wash your mouth out.
True. I could probably just spend an extra $100 and get a Darchie, something solid.
I think we should just combine the powers of the Altons and make a configuration that works for all three of us.
Do you have an Outon?
Or how
No, I have a hoochie.
about we bring the double Kings swag and we all three of us sleep in it?
Oh, that's cozy. That's cozy.
Just go head to toe to head.
I ain't sleeping with no one's toes.
Actually, you know, what we could do is put an Alton. I've got an idea, right? So double swag, right?
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
We open up the flap. We put the Alton over the top, and we all sleep with our heads like crossways. So our legs are sticking out the entrance. So we've all got, like the part of our bodies.
Yeah,
so there's enough room to
head
go
and,
three
head
of
and
us
feet
across.
sticking out.
So we've basically, just got our feet sticking out, and then you attach the Alton to the outside to just make a bit of a fly cover over our
Okay.
feet. So then we're taking one double swag and one Alton for three of us, and we're getting coverage from the wind and the sand. We're comfortable because there's a mattress involved. We're not on top of each other. I think I'm onto something.
That would work.
And it's not going to, even taking that double swag on the boat's going to be annoying.
It'll fit.
But is that easier than three single swags? Or
See, I was partly thinking about just making a cocoon out of the Alton.
You were actually
Doesn't have to be
thinking about
comfortable.
just taking the and using it as a bivvy.
Just- Or doing the tarp tent, one of the two.
Mm.
But because actually it'd work all right as a tarp tent in the sand because you could lay it out, and then actually cover the edges with sand, and it'll be a wind barrier.
Yeah, if it's low enough to the ground, then really it negates the wind a bit.
Well, the tarp tent is to the ground, but then usually on hard ground, like wind will get under it
Yeah,
because it's just touching the ground. You're not having to peg down, but well,
yeah,
we
I'm
do,
saying
but
just keep the
it's not
profile
big.
of it as flat as possible. Then you're not worrying about being buffeted in the wind. It's just above your body, like to keep anything off.
I'm just thinking that a swag's going to be better.
I agree, but I don't. I can't picture us having 3 single swags on that boat.
Oh no,
We'll get 3 single swags as long as you're not putting your sleeping bag and everything else in the swag.
So
but we need the sleeping bag outside the swag. Then
Yeah,
we still got to carry everything else.
yeah, but then the 3 swags can go at the front of the boat, and then just a bag each in the middle. Keep it waterproof. Keep it sort of like out of the road because we still got to get an esky, cooking gear,
Yeah, tackle,
water, tackle,
beers,
yeah,
firewood,
firewood.
just go without a fire.
cooking apparatuses. You swing on probably.
That's what I think. You know,
Oh, Josh has just left, bailed out.
What's he doing?
He just walked out of the room. I've said no fire, and he's walked out. He probably needs a piss.
Yeah, or did he take his phone?
No, he didn't. What should I do?
Text her.
I can't do anything. It's locked, and he's got Face ID on.
No, it's probably like fucking something simple. Think about
I
it.
don't. No, I can see his messages now. Oh fuck! I've just. Oh no! Put it down. Put it down. Taking a screenshot accidentally. I was just gonna like take a random photo or something, but no. I saw too many emojis.
Do it.
There's too many emojis
Do
on his
it,
home
Caleb.
screen. Just leaving it.
Oh,
It's all good. He's back now anyway. So great padding, Couchy. Well done. Well done. Probably the best padding I've ever done. Anyway, he's back now. Finish your sulk. Pick your headphones up. Oh, beer. Yeah, good point, actually. I need another one. Anyway, this is
we've
this is
got
going to be
nowhere with this
interesting.
fishing trip.
No, we're really just running blind.
you know, I've got to come.
Sometime.
I've got to come back with Mulloway for the family fridge, mate. So we're going to have
No,
to go
no.
fishing.
You're not taking all the mull away.
What are you going to do with it?
The last fucking fishing trip I went on, he took all the mull away on me. I haven't tasted mull away yet.
Yeah, well, Caleb's going to cook up lunch, Mulloway for lunch.
You're getting sashimi, I'll tell you that much.
I'm going to take it to Caleb's and cook it.
Oh man! All right, so
Used to having like
these are
sleepovers
the
with
things
them.
we've got to work out. We've got to work out what food we're taking, how much alcohol we're taking. Oh man!
If we just go a
Is there
bottle of
something we wanna
Fireball
pour
whiskey
that-
each and just drink it straight.
Fucking why? What's with you and Fireball,
I
man?
hate Fireball, man.
Yeah, Fireball's out of the question.
It's so sickly sweet. You get sick of it after 2 shots. You're done. No more.
Doesn't look like it.
Fat shaming again.
What's that supposed to mean? How's that? How's that even related to anything?
I don't know. He just relates everything back to fat shaming somehow. Look, I will openly admit I've put on a few kilos in the recent months.
You haven't. You look fine.
No, I actually have.
Well, you look fine.
No, I have, and I feel terrible about myself, Josh. My mental health is suffering.
You should.
And your constant berating of me and telling me I look like crap is really affecting me.
Do you hear that?
Is
It's the ambulance.
are you okay, Caleb?
No, I'm actually I'm aware.
No, you're not supposed to answer it.
I'm aware.
Just move on.
No, you're just supposed to say, yeah, I'm fine, mate. All good.
Exactly. Done.
Oh, well, food's easy. We'll just do the bacon and eggies for the breakfast, some steak for dinner. No one eat lunch, just take some nibblies.
But you told him he wasn't allowed to cook bacon and eggs for breakfast. He had to do something
No,
different.
you're cooking.
No, you said I'm doing lunch.
He's not cooking anymore. So you pick lunch or dinner or breakfast.
Mate, I put my foot down.
All right, so this rate, we won't be launching before lunch on Saturday. So road food. Then we'll need a dinner by the time we've finished fishing Saturday night. Meat.
You really think we're going to get fishing in if we're not going to get there before lunch?
It's only 2
Yeah,
hours
yeah.
away, man.
Bro,
only 2
it's
hours.
not
Yeah, I know.
Queensland. We've got daylight savings, motherfucker.
No, I understand this. Oh, true. Yeah. All right. Because we take way longer than we expect to do these things.
Let's have the boat ready to go while Josh is doing whatever
By
he's
when?
doing Saturday. Look, we're not going to be fishing till 4 o'clock in the afternoon. That's my prediction.
That's fine.
Let's take bets. The time we are putting
All right.
a rod in the water, I'm saying 4 o'clock.
What time do you have to? No, what time do you start this thing, Josh? Don't say morning, because I've got nothing to go off otherwise.
Probably like 8.
Oh, so it's early.
I've
Not
got a
early,
rough
but-
idea of what you're doing. So just based on that. So 3 hours, 11, faff around, leave at 12, hour and a half. to
1
get-
o'clock early. Late.
I'm still going 4 o'clock for a rod is in the water.
3. I'm gonna say like 5. 5:30. 3.
Which gives us an hour of fishing.
I'm going to say Sunday morning, 8:30.
So we're not getting a rod in the water Saturday.
Yeah, just
So why am I putting myself through sleeping on a sand dune for the night then? Why don't we just go Sunday?
because it's a part and parcel of
Why
the
not?
experience.
Why don't we just reorganise another weekend?
See, you've all got lucky because I've got to go to New South Wales on Monday. So, you're lucky. You get to
What are
come
you doing
back to
in
your, to your beds and things. I'll tell you
What?
outside the podcast.
What are you doing?
I'll tell you outside
Jesus.
the podcast.
So vague.
You're no fun, Josh.
Meanwhile, I slept in
I'm
my
just gonna
own
watch some-
bed 2 nights last week.
You what?
I slept in my
What?
own bed
Oh,
2
yeah.
nights last week.
I thought you were kicked out of your bed.
No.
But,
I was
you're
in
away
another,
working.
I was in another state, exactly.
Yeah.
States, plural.
All right, well,
So
in my own bed.
where there's the ambulance for
See,
you as well.
this is what we need. We need, when we used to do these things, we'd
whiteboard,
have a
don't even.
few drinks and a whiteboard and put it down. So, food.
We can have a virtual whiteboard and share it with Couchy.
Food. We got
Yeah, true.
steak,
But that could quite be handy.
bacon and eggs.
Why do you need to write this down?
Cool,
Just
meat
say
bland.
it.
And then snacks.
Yep, done.
Yeah, you got a recording, Josh. Just clip it.
3 major food groups covered.
Coffee and milk.
No, replace that with alcohol.
We are not doing the podcast.
And alcohol.
We go- Can we
Okay.
do a fish load list as well?
Okay. Are you gonna get your soft plastics, or am I getting them for everybody? You all gonna have enough time to get some? Do you know what types to get?
Do you?
Yes.
Oh, no, you think you do.
Just
No, I don't.
run your own race, all right? Whoever catches the fish catches the fish.
Yeah.
And if I see you're catching some with your soft plastics, I'll be borrowing one.
I'll steal
No.
Yeah.
No.
You're going to buy a packet, let's be honest.
For a packet for me, yes.
I can't even remember what I used last time.
Okay.
I know one
I'll
lure
review
that
the
like
footage.
Was it soft plastic or a lure?
I'm not fucking telling you.
Well, how can I
Because it's
get you
competition.
some?
now.
I'm
You're
gonna
not.
I'm gonna catch the most fish anyway, so it doesn't matter.
I'm going to be back Friday, Josh. Thursday night. I've got Friday and half a Saturday to fucking do anything. Because you won't be ready by lunch.
Put it into
Oh,
work.
we're gonna leave straight from where I am.
Yeah, no, but you won't be ready before lunch.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll be ready. I'll be ready.
Mm.
All right, cool. Let's do it. No, I think just run your own race.
So just 20 litres of 20-litre water, Jerry.
I got to go to BCF anyway because my rod tip snapped off last time I went fishing. So
Caleb, you need to bring the 20-litre water, Jerry.
thank you. Let's not start writing out tasks. Let's do this afterwards.
Yeah, can we not do this on the podcast?
Right, people don't need the minutiae of what we're doing. They just need an overview, and we'll give you an update on how the trip went next week because it's going to be a clusterfuck. But let's overcome adversity and get it done. Is there anything else we need to let people know other than hopefully we don't die on a sand dune?
Yeah, if you don't hear from us again.
So literally,
Send help.
your suggestion,
Send
help.
your suggestions for tonight's podcast is plan for fishing trip, Israel / Hamas / The Voice.
Oh, that's like a. We'll get into it.
No, I said plan
Overview.
the fishing trip without going into the minutiae of
But no, you didn't.
allocating
You said
tasks.
plan for fishing trips. That's what we're doing on the podcast. Planning for the
Because
damn
prior
fishing
to
trip.
tonight, all we knew was we were going to a rough location.
Well, Josh didn't.
And
No,
now
I knew we were going to a location. I just didn't know when.
we've established we're taking single swags each.
Are we going to take a
That's
hoochie
fine.
to communally sit around?
No, because space. Just single swags will do.
A hoochie's too much space.
Yep, way too much.
Okay.
It's a luxury item.
Okay.
You want to bring firewood for fuck's sake?
Well, be all right. We'd have more space if you lost a few kegs.
I'm off you. Something. Really am. Shove your boat. Stick the Soggy Dorito up your fucking ass. A few kegs.
You know, I don't think you're fat at all. I just want to point that out there.
No, you do though.
don't.
You do.
I don't. Oh.
I'd rather have a little bit
You know
more.
why
of a
Josh is fat shaming?
Why? 'Cause-
Because he's projecting. So he's actually starting to put on weight because he's going to the gym less these days.
body dysmorphia.
So therefore, he's projecting on others.
I'm actually looking good.
You actually look better with
No,
a
that's what
bit
you
of
keep telling
meat in your cheeks, I must admit.
You almost got a double chin there, man. Look healthy.
Is that why you shaved your beard off, to show yours off?
Yeah, so I don't have one.
Oh, dear.
I was, yeah.
There's just so many hurt feelings in this podcast tonight.
I'm growing my beard back.
Is that to cover up yours because he keeps hanging on you?
No, I just missed it. I missed it. I like the profile of my face better with a beard.
It slenders it out rather than
It does.
a basketball.
It does.
Let me have a look. It
There's like an optimum length. I think it was too long because I had it like down here.
Yeah, but you maintain your beard like impeccably.
Yes.
So you're just on it. So like a long beard looked all right on you because you just maintained it daily.
Correct. The only time I look like rat shit was when you wake up first thing in the morning and you've been sleeping on it and it's like everywhere. But, you know, chuck a bit of product in it. Jericho Australia, good product. I had him on the podcast. Shout out to Josh if you're listening.
Talking about Jericho, what's happening in Israel at the moment?
Great segue. That is the winner. That wins. That's 2023's best segue. Man, like honestly, what I've done is I've steered away from the news for ages, and then
You've come back to a shit show.
and then I've gone, oh, there's a bit going on. I'll have a look. And then the first night I actually jumped on and had a look was just after Hamas had been through and just like killed all the kids and beheaded like children and stuff. I'm
Shit.
like, holy crap. Like, what is
See,
going
I haven't
on?
heard any of it because I haven't looked at it.
Yeah, exactly.
How have you not heard any of this? Oh, it's all over social media.
Busy.
Did you vote on the
I
weekend?
haven't really been on social media.
Do you know that like Australia voted no?
Do you know we had a referendum on the weekend?
What referendum? Nah, I know that happened, and I'm glad that it didn't pass. But yeah, I haven't seen the news about all the war and shit, or whatever it is. Is it a war?
It's escalating at a rate of knots, man.
Yeah, no, Benjamin
Yeah.
Netanyahu's declared war on Hamas. Yeah. So they're actually going in to do a ground offensive, I think, within the next 24 hours into Gaza. So it's there, and it's the first time they've done a full militarized push in this sort of way into Gaza.
Are we going to sit back and watch it and fund it like Ukraine and Russia?
Well, so they've already been talks, although they're saying that the money hasn't been spent, but the US released $6 billion into Syria, and they're talking about how that could end up going and being funded for like weapons and things for Hamas. But the US said all they did was open an account because this is $6 billion like money that they've earned for oil. And the US has said they've just opened the account, but they're monitoring it. And I'm like, well, okay, even the best monitoring in the world's not going to stop funds eventually getting to, you know, the individual person wherever it needs to go.
Yeah.
So, but that's how they're defending opening that $6 billion up.
Well,
And having said that as well, though, is Lebanon's just sort of prodding the bear being Israel as well today. So you will all get this maybe tomorrow or next week, but yeah.
tomorrow I'll put this out.
Yeah, well then
So
tomorrow.
Tuesday, if you're Tuesday the 17th, we'll put it.
Okay.
Well, we'll put it out tomorrow. May as well. Otherwise, it'll
Fair
be
enough.
old news. But I mean, when I did shove on the TV, because what else do you do in a motel room that's you can talk about on a podcast? I chucked on the TV and put on like Sky News and Fox News and all those because it was just all they were all talking about this. And the first thing was, I think it was Fox News in America, and they were crapping on about how Biden had supplied. I don't know if it was money he'd supplied or materials, but they were talking about the fact that the US had basically funded Hamas to build concrete tunnels that they could attack Israel with. So, like, the resources have been massively misappropriated, and now they were basically Hamas was using it against Israel. I don't know the finer details because they were just crapping on, but
I think it's inadvertently getting there. Like, regardless of what you do, whether it's for humanitarian aid or whatever, eventually it gets down to wherever, you know, it gets down to. Having said that, I do
at
believe
least portions
Israel's-
of it do.
yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, it might not be the full 100%, but they might get 10%. I do believe Israel's flooded those tunnels from what I heard before, or they've started flooding them today. But all I can say
It'd be easy to deal with. Well, if you found the tunnels, it'd be easy to deal with it. If just flooding it just works.
Can you imagine if it was like us? We'd be sitting there making like homemade smoke bombs to put down the tunnel, thinking that we're flushing our rabbits like, back when we were kids. Yeah, let's don't use gas, but yeah, let's just put smoke bombs in there. Sorry, that's where my head just went.
Tunnels are mad. Now I'm thinking about the tunnel from across into bloody Kangaroo Island.
Oh
That
yeah,
we found, like that
Yeah.
got found recently.
Yeah.
And the Urban Explorer dude.
That's a 20K tunnel.
20K tunnel from Cape Jervis to Kangaroo Island.
do you reckon that's real?
I reckon it's real.
Yeah,
It would have been
it's real.
Would have been a massive feat of engineering back in its day, but yeah, I don't believe that they got there in the time they said, because they said they crossed it in 2 hours.
I know way.
That's a jog. That's like 10K an hour jog for 2 hours solid.
Yeah.
10K an hour. And they were going over it's a pipe tunnel, and these pipes are raised on concrete barriers that span across the tunnel.
So you're basically hurtling.
So they're every 10 meters.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't,
20K.
I don't think you're running at 10Ks an hour and hurtling for 20Ks in 2
And you're not
hours.
running on top of the pipe for 20K either.
Fuck no. But how cool is that though? I'd love to actually
pretty
go
cool.
and see if it's there. But if it gets too
I
much
can-
notoriety, people are, like they'll block it off.
No, well, someone should put a sign, with an arrow pointing to the tunnel saying boycott the ceiling.
You can't get it.
Oh.
You could walk it, but you can't get a. I think it's barred on the other side too, because when they showed the video of them at the other end, it was like surrounded by bars.
Just cut the bars.
Okay.
Take a grinder with a battery pack and cut them.
Anyway, if you want to have a look, check out Jim Zerbex. He's got a website and an Instagram. Like, it looks legit, because why would you make it up when your whole website is about urban exploring and sharing it? The only thing I find a bit weird about what he does is he talks about the mole people. So, like, all these photos and stuff on his website look all right, but then when you go to his YouTube, it's very mole people focus. Like there's this mole people that live under Adelaide. That's a bit far-fetched.
Sounds like some flat earther nonsense.
But the tunnels and that are pretty cool. Like Rogan had a guy on his podcast who explored. I didn't listen to it, I just saw a clip of it, but he explored all the abandoned railway stations under London because he found a map, or whoever he did it with found a map, and there was like 50 stations on this old map that were no longer in like use. So you get in, you can just like explore all these old
Didn't
tunnels.
they get arrested?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got arrested for being down there at the end.
How couldn't you get arrested for that though?
Well, why should you get arrested
I mean,
for
if
that?
there's a sign that's saying, no, you're not allowed in there, and then you go in there, of course you can get in trouble.
Yeah, but did you vote to say no, you weren't allowed to go down there? It's public land.
I mean, I voted no, but that was something else on the weekend. Unrelated.
Just want to let everyone know I voted yes.
And we vote you off the podcast.
Is it because you're part Aboriginal, Josh?
It is.
Hey, there's plenty that voted no. Plenty of Aboriginals that voted no.
No, I voted no.
You know what? I didn't even vote no because I was against Aboriginals. I voted no just because I was against the descriptiveness of how the government were. Like
How vague it was.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah, as vague as Josh's weekend.
Yeah, correct. It's intentionally vague. Like,
Trying to think what I did on the weekend, mate.
vote no.
No, this coming weekend.
Oh,
Like, a lot of people said, oh, you know, it's a Trojan horse for the government to be able to bring in other things. I don't understand why it's so vague. If it was just an advisory council, they could do that anytime. I think it's a massive waste of money to spend $360 million on a referendum where you could spend $360 million on the people that need the help. There's a cost of living crisis. Why waste all that money on something? It's ridiculous. I think it should be needs based. I think simple, plain and simple. Let's move past colour of skin. We're all Australian, and then the people that need help need help, whether they're white, black, Asian, whatever.
Yellow.
Just, you know, help the people in need out.
so I was worried that it was going to somehow take away the support that they already get. I listened to a fella talking about it, an Aboriginal fella talking about it, and he was saying this is basically going to hurt the Aboriginal community. And I was all like, yeah, okay, I could see that happening. And it was going to make a select few individuals wealthy in the community, and then the rest
100%.
sort of get overlooked. And I thought, just based on that principle alone, I was like, okay, the vagueness and the fact that, yeah, I kind of agree with what he said, I was like, yeah, no, I'll vote no.
It just creates more division, really. Like, we're all Australian. Let's move on. And I think what's pissed me off so much is the fact that it was like, it wasn't really a referendum should be, all right, here's a yes and no, here's why for both sides. But it was like the government just solely pushing like vote yes, vote yes. You know, and there's all this crap going on in Israel, and there's our Prime Minister on the TV with his stupid vote yes T-shirt looking like an absolute clown and not really addressing that problem because all he was focused on is the yes vote. Meanwhile, we've got people demonstrating on the steps of the Opera House, which is a bit embarrassing for Australia because that was the other thing I saw on the American news is people protesting like pro Hamas or
that's
on the steps of the Sydney Opera House.
Look, what happens in Israel is going to affect the world. There's no doubt about that. A lot more than what we'd like to admit. And it's definitely a hard topic that you'd have to come like. What way do you come at it as a politician? Yes, you need to support Israel. In my mind, they have the right to be there. That's just from the little that I know. But how do you do that? Because whatever way you choose as a politician is going to create division on that topic.
Like it's interesting I did go back and watch a video of like the history of the West Bank and Gaza and all that sort of stuff. And look, it's a bit contentious how Israel have gone about slowly taking over parcels of land.
Whoa. Hey, no. You do know that it's division from Abraham's son. sons.
Let's not go there.
No. That's exactly what it's about, mate. That is the division between two brothers, two different nations, and they're both brothers. And now they've somehow incorporated a temple, the Temple Mount, into this division. When realistically, God gave the Jews the land of Canaan as their inheritance. So that's exactly what it's about, mate. That's exactly what it's about.
Regardless, I don't think either side have gone about things 100% without fault. So at the moment, we go, well, one we look at as a terrorist organization and one we look at as Israel, and people of the Western world throw their support behind Israel. I'm not saying I'm on either side here, but I don't condone the atrocities about the way they've gone about it. Hamas have just murdered people, like kids, babies, like beheaded. That's not the way to do things.
Oh, look,
It's hard to trust what the media say about it anyway. Like you see, Abiy Yanami going over there. Yanami, he went over there to report. He's over there now to report on the actual what's happening because he's seeing the media sort of make shit and twist stuff just to sort of create a narrative. Yeah. So it'd be good to keep an eye on the Rebel News for that and just to sort of maybe have a network that somewhat you can trust just to see what you can sort of make of it.
We're in the West, so we're going to get a very pro-Israel everything. Very pro-Israel. Like you should be on the side of Israel. They've had all this bad stuff happen to them. But
look, there's no doubt about it that everyone could be a bit more mature about it and the atrocities need to stop, period.
Yeah.
Like life is precious, period. But at the end of the day, like I personally believe that land belongs to Israel from a long, long time ago. And the same could be argued, like we could be in exactly the same position here. Imagine if the Aboriginals were bombing us or we were bombing the Aboriginals. It'd be the same argument. The same.
Yeah, well...
Yeah, imagine if New Zealand wanted to take Tasmania.
If you live somewhere and then someone else tried to take it over, like I'm sure we would all fight and carry on. But, yeah, all I'm saying is I wouldn't say both sides are without fault. So let's not buy into that.
No.
You do know Israel's allowed the Philistines, the Palestinians, to inhabit that area. They've given them food and water and allowed supply routes and everything.
We're in 2023, not the Old Testament.
No, it doesn't matter.
It does matter. We're in 2023.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
It doesn't matter, mate.
Why doesn't it matter?
Well, what does it say post rapture about Israel, mate?
I don't think that's relevant in this scenario.
What do you mean it's not relevant? You do know...
We're talking about real-world politics here.
Well, it is a part of the real world, mate. This is why that war is happening. It's about God's people. We're all God's people, don't get me wrong, but it's about God selecting Israel before the Gentiles were grafted into the tree of life. It's about Israel. If you want to get technical,
land, man, then
and where
he's
New coming
Testament
back.
And we're all his people. So
that's what I just said.
It makes the Old Testament irrelevant in this point because there's a new covenant. If you want to get technical,
all right. Where's Jesus coming back? Mate?
I don't know. We live in 2023,
Jerusalem,
and we live in the real world right now. And
coming back there.
We have.
I know you're avoiding this topic because you think people aren't going to be into it or people aren't going to relate, that all our listeners are going to drop us and all the rest of it. But no, it needs to be told to the masses because people do need to get right with God. All these things that are happening now have been predicted that they're going to happen.
It started.
And it's going to happen, and then eventually Jesus will come back and we'll all be judged. So what, you don't think our listeners need to hear about Jesus? Of course they do.
You know what Jesus would do? Is allow someone to talk.
That's not arguing.
Look, I'm asking you a question. You haven't answered it with any validity.
Man, I don't.
And you should know
Talk
better.
over him.
I'm trying to be.
Give him 5 minutes.
I'm trying to be tactful with what I have to say here.
Well, don't.
But you have to
say it.
like. we live in the real world, and there's actual like countries and politics that we can apply and navigate. And over here, you're going, I want to apply this biblical story to something that's going on now. And this was written all this time ago, but we're living in the now, Josh. So you can take bits and pieces of that and use it as a guideline for your life and your ethics and your morals and have a rough idea of what may or may not happen in the future. But you have to live in the reality and not just go, well, it's Israel. We've got to be on Israel's side because the Bible, which was written from that perspective, says they should be in charge of this land. Well, no, you can't just apply that.
From that perspective, it's pretty hard to deny a huge feats of how do I put this? Huge feats like parting the Red Sea, things like that, like manna coming down from heaven. You can't deny that there is no you can't just push God outside out of this argument when it's based around that and the feats that have happened and are still celebrated by the Jewish community to this day from what happened back then. So there's some, even if you didn't believe in God, there's some heft in what's happened in their history. And
it's not history. That's not historical fact, though. It's stories.
Well, what do you mean? Of course it is.
It's stories that have been passed down.
How? So hang on. You're saying you would happen. What do you mean? Of course there is.
No,
they found Noah's Ark. They found the 12 stones that were placed on the other side of the Jordan when they crossed in to take the land of Canaan. There's all these things. The Mount of Olives, Mount Sinai, everything, mate. The Dead Sea Scrolls, the oldest literature in the world.
I think I've lost it.
How do you deny that, mate? You're saying you can't judge a book. Well, guess what? Close your laptop, because everything that's been written on that laptop is written by a man on anything but first-hand accounts.
Everything in the Bible's been written by a man as well, man.
With first-hand accounts.
No, Josh,
witnessed and spoken by God.
Let's not go there. You sound like a heretic right now. Let's just no. This is not the platform to roll this out. We can argue about it for 5 hours. I have the same upbringing as you, bro. It is not the forum to do this.
I know you're gonna. I'll hear about this once we finish because you'll be like, it's not our audience.
But it's not the
But
forum.
I'm telling
you,
everyone needs to know.
All right,
they do.
You can have your own podcast and you can have the world according to Josh. That's fine.
It ain't according to me, mate. I'm nothing. I'm nobody trying to tell everybody about somebody.
There's nothing wrong with having a faith and a belief in something. I'm not saying that, but I just don't think you can just be as simplistic as applying the Bible to real world events in 2023.
So this is where I disagree. I think we're lacking and we need to interject more of God's word into our life, and you'd find then and only then would these
you give me a
arguments
practical application
things,
on how that's going to solve Israel and Hamas, and I'll listen to you. Other than that,
that's quite easy. Accepting Jesus Christ as their Lord and Savior.
Well, you go over there and
straight away. The Jews. That's the Jews' problem, right then and there, right. And then you're looking at the Philistines. Boom, there you go. Problem solved there, man. Straight away.
Ceasefire.
See, a part of me knows that, like a part of you inside knows this and knows it to be true.
Ceasefire.
You're just trying to think you're cool for your little
I'm not
peaks
trying to
on
think I'm cool,
Instagram
man.
land.
I'm not trying to be cool, man.
He's on his train of thought.
Like I said to you, I had the exact same upbringing as you. I think there's just a more tactful application to what you're rolling out, which sounds like a bedtime story.
I go to bed every night listening to those stories, and I wouldn't change it. For
Anyway, I'm not sure about you guys. I think I'm starting to lose this.
Yes.
You froze.
You got to make a choice yourself, mate.
Oh, he doesn't mean that. He means internet. It might be time to wrap it up. I think he's pretending now.
Yeah.
He's literally pretending.
And I've been it.
He's pretending.
Josh will be still talking when he's come back, and you were.
He's actually freezing now.
No, he's not. He's messed around with his phone.
No, he hasn't.
I've seen his
hasn't.
arm.
It's time to leave this. Is what he's saying. Is what we can continue this
I
after.
think it's time to wrap it up.
It's time to wrap it up. We can resolve the world's political issues and philosophical and religious issues on the weekend as we go out in a boat. Josh, my blood pressure is raised.
Because you know that there's something wrong sitting in your soul, mate. You got to get right.
Can you just not, please?
Oh, there we go.
Anyone who wants to talk to Josh further, he will happily talk to you. Hit him up on his personal Instagram and he will give you the world to Josh.
Do it.
It's not according to me.
Do it.
What is your personal Instagram?
I'm
Josh?
nothing, mate. So it's not according to me. Not according to me at all.
Give us your personal.
No, they'll find it.
Find
They'll
it.
find
He's
it
tagged
anyway.
and everything on Send It Mate. Berate him. Agree with him. Do as you wish. But he's brought it upon himself with his strong opinions.
Yeah.
I got big enough shoulders, mate.
That's why I got
Strong
the,
Those legs
opinions.
can't. Much.
Mate, I got podge, it all just bounces off.
My strong opinions. I had a conversation with
No,
you the other week.
Don't keep
Out
going.
of Murray Bridge, out of the pub at Murray Bridge, mate, and it felt like your heart was opening, but now it's closed off. Why?
What are you trying to convert me? Fuck off.
Anyway.
Oh, that's me done. I'm out. You two
Yeah.
wrap up.
Go on, Josh. You're the full of words. at the
Go on.
moment.
No,
Wrap it
mate,
up.
I've spoken enough, man.
Come on, the pulpit's yours. I've pressed the theme song. It's time to go. Wrap it up quickly. Come on. Final words, Pastor Josh.
Love you, dude and dudettes. Get out there, be good.
Thanks for listening, guys. Make sure you check out High Caliber Cleaning Supplies and Firearm Owners United. They're supporting us doing our thing. And catch us next week.
Catch you next week. I'm going to bed to read the New Testament.
Maybe you should. Maybe you should, mate. You might learn something.
Catch ya.
Matthew,
Yeah,
Mark, Luke,
yeah.
and John.
Shut up.
Get on. G'day, dude and dudettes. Josh here. Do you find it hard to keep your long, hard barrels free from gun STDs? Maybe you need a clean out of your bore. If this is you, jump on over to highcaliber.com.au and use the promo code SENDITMATE to receive a 10% discount on all your gun cleaning needs. And remember, it's sexy to support Australian-made products. Everyone here at Send It Mate uses High Caliber, and we can promise you that it'll keep your firearms free from those pesky gun STDs.